Good morning, NASCENT Knights. Mr. Tucker's Classroom B10. I'd like to show you a real important math concept, or actually it is a math standard. It's a 5th grade math standard that you must master by the end of the year. And I will show you how to do it here online, and you will do it at home. First of all, I do want to say that if you do not have a pencil and a sheet of paper, stop, pause the video right now, and go get a pencil and a sheet of paper so you can write this down. Remember, I write, you write, just like that. Excellent, I heard you, you got it. All right, we're going to be talking about the order of operations. Class repeat, order of operations. Excellent, order of operations. The imperative word is order. The reason I'm pointing to that because this will make you or break you with this standard. If you don't do it in the right order, you will not get the problem right. Even though your mathematical computations are right, if you don't do it in the proper order, it's wrong. So if you notice here on the side in green, I have first you do this, second you do that, third you do this, then next fourth, fifth, and then lastly sixth. There's 6 operations. The first operation you're going to do is parentheses. Write this down. Parentheses. The next operation is exponents. Now, I do want to say you do parentheses if there are parentheses. Huge if. Parentheses if there are parentheses. Next you do exponents if there are exponents. Then the next operation is multiplication. Again, if there are any multiplication elements within the problem. The next 4th one is division. Then addition. And then lastly, subtraction. All right, parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, and subtraction. I'm going to highlight this, even though my marker isn't right here. Here it is, I found it. Because this, the first initials create an acronym. PEMDAS. That's the PEMDAS. PEMDAS will help you remember the actual order of operation. In fact, there is a cute, an acrostic, I guess it's a mental meme that helps you understand, helps you remember what this means. PEMDAS. I'll write this down. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. If you ever forget, gosh, what was that? PEMDAS? No. Just remember, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. PEMDAS. PEMDAS. Write that down. All right, let's do a problem using PEMDAS in the order of operations. All right, since everyone has their pencil and piece of paper, I'm simply going to write this down. I'm going to leave the first, second, third, fourth here so you'll know, so you remember what to do. In fact, let me put the P in the PEMDAS back. PEMDAS. All right, the problem is, we'll call this problem number 1. 8 minus 4 times 5 cubed, or 5 to the 3rd power, minus 10. Now, let's add some parentheses. Yeah. We have parentheses, exponents, addition, subtraction. Yeah, that should work. All right. This is problem number 1. First thing you do is parentheses. So watch this. This is almost like long division where the problem goes lengthwise. Sometimes you'll need to use, I don't know, 1/3 to 1/4 of the paper going downward. So you're going to rewrite it again, then rewrite it and rewrite it all the way till you've combined terms and you have the answer. First thing we do is what's in the parentheses, 8 minus 4. That equals 4. Now we simply write the rest of the problem. 4 times 5 to the 3rd power minus 10. All we did was take 8 minus 4 is 4, and we wrote it here. Next, what comes next is exponents. I see an exponent. That's 5 to the 3rd power. Don't forget, oh my gosh, there'll be at least 3 people in the class who'll do this wrong. They'll say that's 5 times 3. You missed it. It's not 5 times 3. It's 3 5s. It's 5 times 5 times 5. So we'll do this on the side. 5 times 5 times 5. We're just kind of doing this out on the side like a little piece of scratch paper. 5 times 5 is 25. 25 times 5 is 125. So now we have 4, we'll bring this down again, 4 times 125 minus 10. We're getting closer. We're going to come down, parentheses, exponents, multiplication. Is there anything to multiply? Yes, there is. 4 times 125. 4 times 125. Do this on the side. 125 times 4. 5 times 4. Let me give myself a little bit of room. 5 times 4 is 20. 4 times 2 is 8, 9, 10. 500. So now we have 4 times 125 equals 500 minus 10. What's next? Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition. There's no addition. So it's addition and subtraction. You won't hear that from a lot of people, but I'm going to tell you the truth. It's addition and subtraction. So that means that you do addition and subtraction at the same time, starting from left to right. And if there's no addition, then you don't do the addition. If there's subtraction, then you do the subtraction. So 500 minus 10 is 490. And there's your answer. 490. We'll pause here and do another problem. All right. I needed to pause for a moment so I could magically erase my whiteboard. I want to do a second problem. The second problem is going to be a little different. I'll do less of an explanation and I'll expect you to do a little more participation in your home. The second problem is going to be 2 squared, or 2 to the 2nd power, 2 squared. And we'll do this fifth or sixth grade style, Jaden will get a kick out of this. I'm not going to use the times table. I'm going to use the middle school dot. That means times. 2 to the second power times 9 plus 5. So let's go back to our PEMDAS. What's the order? First is parentheses. Is there a parentheses? No, there isn't. So you skip and go to the next one. Next is exponents. Is there an exponent? Yes, there is. 2 to the second power. So that means there are 2. This means 2 times 2. There are 2 2's. 2 times 2 is 4. So now we'll bring this down. This is now 4 times 9 plus 5. What's the next thing? Third is multiplication. Is there any multiplication? Yes. We're using the middle school multiplication dot. 4 times 9 is what? There you go. You got it. 4 times 9 is 36. So we'll move this down to 36 plus 5. 36 plus 5. Those of you who can do that in your head, you know the answer already. But those of you who don't, I want you to use all the paper. Use the paper. Just simply do 36 plus 5. Line it up properly. 6 plus 5 is 11. Carry the 1. 1 and 3 is 4. Your answer is 41. Now, I do want to say that there will probably not be every single operation in every problem. If you notice, this one had an addition. The last one didn't have it. The last one had a subtraction. This one didn't have any division. Sometimes there's division, subtract. You just keep going in order. If they don't have it, keep rolling as long as you do it in order. So we now have 2 problems that were pretty simple but pretty common. I'll pause the video for a second. Okay, now for the third problem, you're going to do it. So for problem number 3, it's going to be 33 minus 48 divided by 4 plus 7. Now, to make it a little more complicated, let's throw in some parentheses. Yeah. There we go. See if you can do that one on your own. Go.